I would now like to turn our attention to a new award. We have an opportunity tonight to start a new tradition in Virginia baseball as part of this event, this preseason event, and that is this is the first year of our Iron Cavalier Courage Award. So I'm going to tonight we're going to give the award to our first recipient. I have actually the award that's going to eventually go to him here in my office, and I want to read it to you. It says Iron Cavalier Courage Award. This award recognizes a Virginia baseball alumnus who, in the face of adversity, has exemplified the courage and honor of a true Iron Cavalier. The Virginia baseball program is forever proud of your spirit and fight. The strength of our team will always be behind you. So this inaugural award is being given to John Galloway. John, in order to adequately introduce you, I am going to bring in a former teammate of yours and someone I know who is also a dear friend of yours, former UVA player and 1997 graduate of Virginia, Robbie Robinson. So, Robbie, take it away.
Coach, thank you. I appreciate it. And guys, congratulations to all of our Hall of Fame inductees this year. It's been awesome to watch your highlights. And guys, obviously baseball is all about numbers, right? We know that. It is a game of numbers, and we just heard unbelievable stats from all the players that were just inducted. I want to talk a little bit about numbers for John Galloway too. And we're going to call him G-Way because that is what we called John Galloway when we were in school, and we still call him G-Way. G-Way, you are a stud. I look back at your bio today and saw all kinds of unbelievable numbers. There's a couple that I want to point out. 1996, G-Way had 80 hits. That was at the time a single season record in the program's history, and that lasted for over a decade. G-Way also at 1 year in 1996 went 10 for 22 against Florida State and still ranks in the top 10 all time. And there have been some unbelievable baseball players that have gone through the program, top 10 all time in triples and runs scored. But the number that we all know about John Galloway is the number 12. And that number is G-Way's ring size. And you're wondering, why do you know that about G-Way? Why do you know his ring size, Robbie? We all know it. It was the night before, or the day before we were about to start the 1996 ACC tournament. And that year we came in like a 6 or 7 seed. We had won maybe 13 regular season games. We had an opening game against North Carolina State. And we were working out at a high school in Durham because we played at the DBAP the next day against the Wolfpack. And Coach Womack got us after practice, kind of gave us the protocol, what was going to happen the next day, what time to be on the bus, what time we're going to go hit. And he said, guys, you have anything else? Guys, anything else you got for us? And, you know, Coach, as you know, and usually throw that out there, it's usually silence. You're like, all right, let's get it up. Well, G-Way on this grassy knoll said, yeah, I got one thing. My ring size is 12. We were the 6th seed. We had won 13 games. I'm telling you, when he said that, we all absolutely believed it. And it took guts and it took courage for G-Way to say that. And, you know, I've always thought you had to have a ton of courage to play baseball. You got to have a lot of courage to play all sports. Don't get me wrong. Any sport you play, you got to have guts. But I've always felt you had to have unbelievable amount of guts and intestinal fortitude to play baseball. You're on the mound. You're up there by yourself. The whole world's looking at you. It's you against this batter who's up there hitting against you. And if you strike out, you got to walk back to the dugout in front of everybody. If you get taken out of the game, there's not a worse walk than from the pitcher's mound. It takes guts to play baseball. And I tell my son that. He's a baseball player. I'm like, hey, man, if you have a bad game, it takes guts, Riley, to get out there and do that. And I always kind of looked back on my career and thought that was a part of me and having guts to play baseball. And then in 2016, my buddy from our teen days, he got diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. And that's what John Galloway was diagnosed with in December of 2013. And I saw firsthand that the courage that I thought I had playing baseball wasn't even close to the courage that John had battling that stage 3 colon cancer. John beat that cancer, beat it fair and square, and it was gone. And then last year in February of 2021, it came back. And right now, John is battling that cancer, and that cancer wanted a run back, and G-Way is right there face to face. And I'm telling you straight up, the courage that he is showing right now is humbling to me, his teammates that I know are on the call right now, his family members, and that man is absolutely putting a battle of his life. All you guys that have played, all you guys that are on this call, you 2022 players that are about to go into battle in your season, we're all looking up at a guy in John Galloway that is having the fight of his life right now. So I want to bring him on and bring him on here to the program and ask him a couple questions just to check in with him and see how he is doing. And, you know, John, I know today, my day was kind of a pedestrian day, G-Way. I called some people, kind of screwed around on the internet. I know your day was a little bit different. And how are you doing, man? I know you had chemotherapy today, and I'd love for you to give all of us an update on how things are going in your world right now, and an update on how things are, John.
Yeah, Robbie, first of all, thanks a lot for the intro. Great stories. Everybody talked about bringing back memories. Oh, what great memories those really were. You know, first of all, just want to thank the current coaching staff, the former coaching staff, the the current players, the former players, family, friends of Virginia baseball. You take all those people together, and you really have family, is what you have. So thank you guys. You know, in terms of how I'm feeling and what I did today, yeah, my day was a little different, probably from everybody else's. I had chemotherapy this morning, and people ask, you know, how are you feeling? Is it a good day or a bad day? And I have my good days and bad days, and it all seems to revolve around treatments. So if I have chemo on one day, and you know, I'm feeling a little rough. And if I have radiation on one day, I'm feeling a little rough, you know, that week as well. And surgery, obviously, I'm out for quite a bit. But what I can tell you is, I actually, after this, I have a little bit more chemo pills to take tonight. So that's going to be my dinner tonight. But you know, things are going okay, because I have something to look forward to, and that's those weeks that I do get some sense of normalcy, and you know, really look forward to those weeks where, you know, it's not the most normal life in the world, but I do start to feel, you know, a little bit better.
G-Way, tell me, what are some of the best practices you found during this battle that you've had in overcoming adversity?
Yeah, good question. I mean, when Coach O'Connor was talking about the award, he's talking about the award and talking about adversity and resilience. And at first I thought, you know, what a great award. There's so many deserving people out there, right? And then he started talking a little bit more, and I said, well, that sounds like me. And then he mentioned something real specific, and I was like, I'll be damned, that is me. And that's when he presented me the award, and you know, it was, I couldn't be more honored and humbled. In terms of, you know, things that I've learned about adversity and what I would pass along. You know, it's certainly obviously changed from my playing days. You know, adversity back during my playing days was, whether it's academics, hey, I want to put a plan in place. I maybe got a not a great grade in a 201 class. I wanted to get an A in a 301 class. What was I going to do to get there? Or you know, I may have struck out a couple times last year against this ACC opponent. What adjustments am I going to make at the plate in order to go 4 for 4 with a couple doubles today? You know, so that was the adversity that you would overcome back in the day. You know, you throw cancer into the mix, it changes a little bit. You know, I think it is so important, and this can go for any adversity whatsoever. You got to remain positive. You got to have a positive attitude. Positivity breeds positivity, right? A wise man once said, it's not the problem that's the problem. It's your attitude about the problem that is the problem. Bonus points if anybody knows who said that out there. That was Captain Jack Sparrow from Caribbean, from Pirates of the Caribbean. So a lot of good quotes in that. But yeah, so stay positive. I think you got to have strong faith. You're not going to beat cancer on its own. You're not going to overcome cancer on your own. And it's always nice to have the big guy upstairs on your side as well. And it gives you somebody else to talk to. It's not a bad thing to pray, and you can do that. And then finally, I think support system. If you have a strong support system, whether it's family, friends, what have you, as I mentioned earlier, not going to be cancer alone. These guys are going to give you the motivation to really go out and battle this thing. And I mentioned the Virginia baseball family before. There's been a few different times where I've just had a rough day, and I've just gotten a text from maybe somebody I hadn't heard from that I played with 25 years ago, just saying, "Hey, G-Way, just thinking about you." And the motivation that gives me, oh man, it's absolutely phenomenal. It just makes me want to fight this disease that much more. So I think it's all about positivity. It's all about having a strong faith and really having that strong support system. And like I said, you could branch that across any types of adversities that you have.
All right, last one for me, G-Way.
Yeah.
But we had a kind of a step up to the plate on our own back when we were in school, and I don't know if you remember, but John Grisham was like the MC, and Tommy Lasorda spoke. If you could go back to that night there on grounds and tap yourself on your shoulder, like the 46-year-old John Galloway tapping that 21-year-old John Galloway that was about ready to play a season, what would you tell yourself? And maybe in the same way, kind of tell the guys that are about ready to play this year for Coach O'Connor in 2022, what advice would you have for that number 10?
Good question. Probably not a lot of things that I can say right now that I would tell myself, but it's funny. I would maybe don't bet on the Cowboys. That might be one, and then and then another one. Just never say never. You really can't never say never, because you never know. When you're 21 years old, and I don't care how old you are, you don't think that you're going to hear those words, cancer, and when it does, it kind of knocks you off your feet, and then that's when you got to really dig in and figure out, okay, what's the plan? And if you have a good plan in place, you work with your doctors, you're your own health advocate. I can't stress that enough. We know our body is the best in the world, and this is my PSA here for everybody. We know our body's the best in the world. So if you're not feeling quite right, or you got to tweak here or there, ensure that you get to the doctor. And if that doctor says, no, you're too young for that, no big deal, go find another doctor, because you really just never know. So maybe it's a never say never.
Well, G-Way, thank you so much for taking the time tonight. And I just want to tell you, on behalf of all the guys you played with, man, we love you. We absolutely love you, John. And you're going to beat this. We know you are, because you're a battler. I saw it in your bio today. It's an unbelievable bio, all these numbers, and you've got it in you, man. And if you need anything from us at all, we are all a phone call away, brother. And we cannot wait to get back with you and hang out and laugh and laugh and laugh. And as I said, man, we love you. And congratulations on this award. You're perfect for the first Iron Cavalier Courage Award. I don't know if there's anyone more deserving than you. So congratulations, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much. Looking forward to doing this live next year.
Coach, we'll send it back to you in the program.
Thanks, Robbie. Hey, G-Way, I can't wait to have you come down to Charlottesville and give this to you,
Yep.
And shake your hand, buddy. Congratulations. Thank you for those amazing words, and keep fighting. All right. And we're all behind you, and we look forward to getting you down here to Charlottesville and shaking your hand and giving you this nice award.
Will do. Thanks,
John.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, that was awesome, Robbie. John, thank you so much. Thanks for your powerful words, John. We really appreciate it.